Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. Currently working over here on the Enterprise D on deck 10, deck 9 above us here. Deck 9's been added back to the ship, so yeah, we got down to deck 9 and now we're working on deck 10. Been over here working on stuff. M. Heller's helped out, Shadow's been on and helped out quite a bit along the rim rooms. In fact, I think he's gotten most of the rim rooms done here on deck 9. So that's a tremendous help for us. Anyways, what I'm doing now is I'm just sort of filling space in, working, trying to stay focused and get some work done given all the drama that transpired this week. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm really disappointed, kind of hurt, but it's to be expected when somebody you value as a friend stabs you so thoroughly in the back as I Panic did. It'll take a bit to get over it, but you know, I've been told that I mischaracterized his comment about bitcoins, that he was just joking and I took it out of context. Well, that might be so, but he did make other demands. So in my honest opinion, regardless of his intent, his intended intent, the intent actually came across as ransom, and that's the way I'm going to look at it, because he didn't get what he wanted, so he carried out his threat. Ergo, that's a ransom. That being said, you know, let's move on. We are on deck 9, and as you can see, little bits and bobs of deck 9 are still being fleshed out, and it'll be like this for a very long time. Again, this patchy patch style turbo lift, or excuse me, Jeffrey's tube here, we might use it in areas. This is not the final design by any means, but it has limitations. We can't use it in all areas because stairs will not cooperate with us, especially like in curved areas like this that go on for any period of time. The stairs just won't connect correctly. I tried to set this up on the aft section of the deck. It was just a abysmal nightmare to even try. So I figured we'll work out the Jeffrey's tube systems later on, because it's raised here. Again, this grotto was designed by Shadow, who's done quite a bit of work on the Enterprise D here. Next to myself and M. Heller, at this point, Shadow is probably third primary on this. Absolutely, he's contributed to most of the major areas, the crew open areas like this grotto, oh crap, what do we call that little garden back there? The Zen Garden. I'll just call it the Zen Garden. And he's done all the area along the rim. He's helped out with a couple of other areas on the ship, and he's willing to help out a lot more. So yeah, I can honestly say Shadow has been one of the single-year greatest assets to this build, apart from myself, Blue Phobes, and of course M. Heller, and to the degree that I Panic helped, I Panic too. So yeah, I'm not going to say that, you know, I give credit where credit's due. Even if I disagree with the person and really don't like them, it's not that I don't like them, it's I'm just really disappointed by them. You know, I don't hate. I'm just angry and bitter about what happened. I won't deny the person's contributions. Without those contributions, a great many things would not have gotten done. It's a shame that that road was taken, but, you know, hopefully people will step up and fill the void, the vacancies. And I'm sure people will. There are a lot of creative people out there. Quite a few of them are right now trying to get to become builders on the server. So we've got high hopes and expectations, and look forward to see what they can do. But yeah, if you walk down this corridor, you can see how the depth of the corridor just plays out. This is an incredibly large deck. I can tell you from working on it, we could probably cover the whole deck in a couple of minutes, but man, if you had to walk this thing, oh man, it would be a pain. It would take you a while. But you got labs here and things like that. This is just really nice work Shadow did through here. Really enjoying it. There are, like I said, as we crash into the wall there, there are some areas where I got to go through and I got to fix things, line things up. I'm sure throughout the ship, the turbo lift system will probably need to be gone through and verified, both port, starboard, fore, and aft, between all the decks, because yeah, you know, sometimes those things get missed. They are very intricate. Here's the upper part of the RCS thruster. Oh yeah, because the other parts is on deck 10. Deck 10 hasn't been imported yet, but you can see the top part of the RCS. The rest are up here. It's pretty nice. This was inspired by the work I saw done on the Excelsior, and it's sort of kind of along the lines of the work I did on the Fearless. So, two places got good source material from, which, you know, pretty nice. I really like this office. I really do. If I had to pick an office, I'd probably, you know, pick this one because I like the way this one feels. I think Shadow really did a nice job on this. Really like this office. Atro's office. But yeah, you come down through here, you can just see the lounge and how it feels. It's funny, I logged in today, I was on the port side of the ship. I thought somebody had actually cloned Deck 10. I was like, who the hell cloned Deck 10 and why? But it turned out I was just in the wrong spot, because as you stand out on the rim and you're on the side of the ship and you look up, it actually looks like the front of the ship. So yeah, I'm a dope, what can I tell you? Oh well. Anyways, come through here. A lot of these rooms through here, these are crew quarters, large crew quarters. So what might happen is, if comes to shove, this room could actually have an additional room put in it. But for the most part, it's meant to have a big living space. Granted, not this big, but you know, it's the Enterprise, so why the hell not? Right now, as it stands, where we are right now, we're over 1,000 crew quarters on this ship, easily. Just through Deck 9 here, we're easily at over 1,000 crew quarters. So yeah, the crew quarters are, you know, slightly more elegant on some sections of the ship than there are on others. Like, you know, the crew quarters up there on Deck 3 are pretty damn small. But, you know, the crew quarters down here on Deck 9 are kind of big. Just the way it is, you know. These are more like VIP crew quarters, you know, or family crew quarters, you know, because this room would actually, there'd be like a divider here, and this would be kind of like an eating area, and this would be more like a living area. The only reason I didn't put the dividers in here, but I should have, I think we decided to break them up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this would be the divider right here, and then this would be, or maybe it's right here, and then this would be like a little desk area and a bunch of little living spaces, and there are chairs and couches and TVs and Nintendos. You know, that kind of a thing. I don't know if these rooms will ever be filled out. I hope they will, but whoever ends up doing them, it's going to be a chore. Whoa, I do not envy that. Not one bit, but hopefully there'll be some takers. Because really all they have to really do is 1/4 of the ship per deck, and then that can be copied and flipped to the other portions of the ship. So yeah, just really it's only 1/4 per deck, and then the rest is mirror copy, mirror copy. So yeah, we're pretty good. Here's a nice size restroom, which actually serves as a cross through for the decks too. But then we come over here, and these are all emergency lockers. Most of them anyways. They're pretty nice. I have to admit, I like them. The reason there's so many emergency lockers on these on this ship is because in a ship this big, they may not all be able to get to the escape pods in time, and they have to have a place to go. Obviously, if the ship suffers damage, the life support for the rooms like these is going to get turned off or get shut down. So you need little independent areas that 1 or 2 people can live in, and with environmental suits and supplies. Hopefully that are reinforced. So if the ship does blow up, the area is sufficiently reinforced. I guess so. Sufficiently reinforced that if you were trapped in here, you have toilets or facility, storage, replicators, life support equipment, and environmental suits, that you could actually survive in this reinforced or citadel area, and until salvage crews or rescue crews can come along, or until the battle's over and you can get out and get into a shuttlecraft or other vehicle. That's the purpose of these areas. Engineering conference room. So we're getting pretty close to the impulse bay. We've been walking for a good 3-4 minutes now, so yeah, you get the gist of it. This is a pretty big deck, and this is one of the inner rings. Imagine walking along the outer ring here. Anyways, this is, I believe, a gangway up to deck 8 or deck 7. Or it is deck 8, excuse me. So this is gangway up to deck 8. But yeah, look at the impulse bay. Come through here and check out the impulse bay. Ian went through and did some redesign work on the impulse engines. Replaced a bunch of the green to give it some more accents Used the only available block that we could have, which is that redwood block. Nobody's a fan of that block, but sometimes you just got to use what you have, and that's what she did. She used what we have. But yeah, the impulse system, or the impulse bay here, has undertaken quite a bit of renovation work. It'll be a lot nicer when we can see it in its full glory and stuff. But yeah, you can actually, even though it's a little bit tight through here, you can get along. These are some sort of a tank, and I can see what she did here. She kind of wanted to give the tanks sort of a unique look. But again, Minecraft, so you just got to go with it. It's Minecraft. Some people will say those look ugly, but and some people say those look awesome. I think they serve their purpose. You know, I could never have come up with the idea myself. I would have just had like little round things and stuff in here. Because to be honest with you, I really rely a lot on the talents of other people to fill in such details as this. And since two of the heavy detail guys have recently departed the server, it leaves myself and M. Heller. Both of us are pretty much crunched for time, so we do the best we can. And you know what? You look at this area and you look at the amount of time and effort that was put into it. You know that it's being taken seriously, and so forth. So it's granted, again, limited by our block palette, our resource palette, and block palette. So the best is done, and you know what? I don't care if people dislike it. I like it, and I'm glad that it was done, and something I didn't have to do. So I'm a big supporter of anything I don't have to do. Unless I could go back and redo it, then I'm a big supporter of it because I redid it. But you know how it is. I very seldom redo anything anybody else does anyway. So, but this is the main impulse power relay between the impulse engine. So, say the starboard engine suffers damage, engine power from the port engine can be shunted around and from the port side to the starboard side and vice versa. So yeah, that's the whole point. Plus, it also feeds into the ship's main systems. I think we've been through here before. It's kind of a zigzaggy walk. It's kind of a nauseator. It's best to go this way. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Bin, turbo lifts. Obviously, this. Yeah, I'll have. Yeah, dang it. Doggone it. Did I fix this on the other? Yeah, this has already been fixed on deck 10. So. Oh, actually, I better double check that. We're going to go straight up, so hopefully this has been corrected. Because I don't think it has, because... or maybe it has. Damn it. Let me in there. Oh, for crying out loud. So, you get to fix this. Come on. Oh, I hate when things like this happen. But yeah, what can you do? Minecraft. Alright, so come down here. Come on. Let me down. Let me down. One more. Alright, here we go. The changes, for any changes made on deck 9 above cannot be used down, because this deck is actually changed significantly from the deck that's above, so it's better to make all the permanent changes down here and so forth. So we gotta fly over this way and do the same thing on the port side. If I can see my keys for my macro function there, that's another thing I'll miss. One of the guys that recently left, he was real system savvy when it came to setting stuff up and helping people figure things out. That I will miss. I'll miss that. But yeah, what can you do? People move on. And welcome. Oh, I was going to show you this, but we'll come back to this. We will come back to this. First, we fix this. I was hitting key 1 and actually hit my my jump 2 key. So yeah, come on, get up here. Come on. You can blame that on me not paying attention to what I'm doing with my keys. Okay, well that's pretty much it. Now I'll show you. Shadow's been busy. Shadow took something and he wanted to keep it, but he really didn't like the interior of it. And again, this was made as sort of a joke thing that I just stuck of the Enterprise D and is a joke. And as you can see, this is it down here. This is the Star Wolf class Escort, or runabout, not a runabout, but shoot, what do they call these things? It's not a Corvette. Yeah, it is a Corvette. It's not a runabout. Derp. This is the Star Wolf Corvette, and my original design, and down there. And then this is what Shadow did. He redesigned it, and I gotta say, I really like this. It actually has more of a cleaner feel to it, much cleaner feel to it. Nice big captain's quarters here, first officers or the ship's mess right here, and you know, you got this big nice open area here for the transporter and cargo storage. You got a small medical bay. You got a double crew quarters here, bathroom, engineering console. Yeah, he did a really nice job with it. I don't know what he has hidden back here, probably engine stuff, but you know, I tried to fill every nook and cranny on it, and you know, he took it a different route, and I really like this. So I asked if I could include this with the next revision for the Fearless, and he agreed. So when the Fearless comes out, it'll have this version as well. Nice little area here for security. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I wanted to show you here real quick. We're on the server. Show you what Shadow's been doing. Over there is a starbase that's currently being worked on. I'll save that for a different tour for when the guy that's working on it is on it, and then he can hopefully get in the Discord with me and kind of talk about what his plans are for it and everything else. Don't want to bother Shadow by asking him to be on the Skype call with me or anything like that. He prefers not to do that at this time, but you never know how it'll get changed in the future. But as you can see, he's been very busy working on the hull of his Super Sovereign class, the Luminati B, I believe it's pronounced. I might have got it wrong, but man, he's just put some serious time into designing this thing. It's starting to look really good. He's got a lot of work ahead of him, and to be honest with you, this ship has one of the best looking hangar bays I have seen in a very long time. This hangar bay is truly inspirational. Just look at it. A lot of people say it's Star Wars-esque, and I have to agree. And that's what I think I like about it so much, is it just has so much to look at. And it looks really well put together. It really does. It's just very elegant, very clean looking. I just love the way he did this. In retrospect, I think this would have been a better design for the Sovereign or for the Enterprise E itself. But you know, that hangar was designed in part by a couple of guys that are no longer on the server, and they did a remarkable job on it, to say the least. And granted, the lower bay was a combination of four of us working on the lower bay to pull it off, and the upper bay, you know, was at the time revolutionary. But this really is something to behold. I just love the way that Shadow pulled this off. This is just the first part of his bay. Look at this. Look at the detail he put into that. You know, I mean, seriously, I haven't seen this level of detail since the onset of, I think it was the Ajax. And the guy that was working on the Ajax, that was the first time I can honestly say that my jaw hit the floor, was when I first saw that. Now it's, you look at something like the Ajax and you're just like, show me something better. But you come through here and look at his parking bay. Look at the doors. It's got nice parking areas through here. It's well laid out. Got your lift systems here for moving between the decks, or you know, the shuttles between the main deck and the support deck below, or cargo, or whatever those are for. Nice room. You got nice lighting above them. And this is the thing. He designed the hangar first, and then he's going to design everything else around the hangar. So that could be a little bit of a snare ball for him, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, given his level of skill, and if he has the time and, you know, he can stick with it and the motivation to stick with it long term, he's going to pull this off nicely. I can tell you that he wants to do this all himself. He doesn't want any help. Other than, you know, basic, hey, I've hit a roadblock, and anybody got an idea to how to get around this corner, that kind of a thing. But overall, man, yeah, wow. All right, we're moving on. Look at this. He's got one door closed and one door open. Come through here and look at the spaciousness and the layout in here. Just really nicely done. I love the way he did this. Look at these walls. The metal block with that. That is a very nice combination. I got to tell you that I really love the way that he pulled that off. Bravo. That is just really beautiful looking. Uh, this one's up on a lift being maintenance. This is like a maintenance area, or maybe it's a parking area. I don't know, but you know, it could be either or. Just really nice. You know, you come through here. God, I just love the feel of this. This really, you know, seeing this makes me hope that Blue Phobes decides to carry on with the Whitefire version of the Enterprise. When we get done with the current version, maybe we'll go back and revisit the Whitefire modded version, so that he can come through and with Shadow work on that hangar bay. I can tell you, if Shadow did that and he wanted help finishing this, I'm pretty sure that he would get all the help he wanted to finish this build. Well, get it, you know, down the road considerably, but you know, it's just really beautiful. I gotta say, hands off, I really love how this area looks. But come through here and you back on out like that, and you can see that that is a pretty nice complex. This is his stellar cartography, I believe. And come down through here, I believe this is like a computer core or maybe an atrium, probably an atrium. And you can see he's laying out his decks very nicely through here, but he's taking his time. He works it over, and if he doesn't like it, he takes it out, and he just reworks it, keeps slightly changing it until he gets very happy with it. And he's allocating space for all sorts of stuff on his build. It really is coming along very nicely. He hasn't done much down here yet. He said he's got his antimatter pods sort of kind of situated, and I think he's getting ready to work on the hangar, or he's going to allocate for the hangar and stuff. He said this is going to be more of a cargo complex, sort of a hangar bay, than not. So it's going to be kind of neat to see how they pulls that off. So yeah, he's coming along here very nicely. Very nicely. It's good that he got his exterior details done. I can tell you that was, you know, he's got them done on the saucer upside, but he's still working on the lower side here. So hopefully he can get them done. I know a person that's no longer on the server helped out with these phaser strips, and that's another thing. Losing that person. Again, the detail that person was capable of on things like this was, you know, very, very capable individual. And again, I hate to see that person go, but that bridge has been burned. So, anyways, yeah, that's Shadow's build. More to come on this build, I'm sure. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And again, we'll look at the station here once the player gives the okay for it. Anyways. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the Enterprise D here and finish up our little video. And we're back. Yep, that was a crash. Oh well, you know, Minecraft sort of has become sort of unstable recently, and not too sure why. I've disabled the auto updates for installing drivers, but I think possibly after the latest update from Windows, I may have forgotten to go back into the registry and prevent it, because it resets that stuff every time it updates. Prevent it from doing automatic driver updates. So I think that may be what's going on here, is I got burned by a NVIDIA driver update that's an unstable update, and it's causing Minecraft to be unstable. Anyways, I do appreciate your taking the time to watch. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. If you'd hit that like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Feel free to like us on Facebook and visit us there. We'd love to see you there. Come in, say hi, leave some messages, chat. Poke us with a stick, do whatever you do on Facebook, and have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.